In the gilded hush of an autumn afternoon, where golden leaves pirouette like confetti from a forgotten soirée, Meghan Sussex graces our screens once more with the subtle artistry that defines her. On October 23, 2025, a fleeting Instagram story from the Duchess, shared with the effortless poise of a woman who curates not just products, but moments, ignited a cascade of velvet anticipation. Save the date. 10/28/2025. The elegant script unfurls across the frame, accompanied by the soft cadence of piano keys, evoking the intimate glow of a fireside nocturne. This is no mere announcement. It is an invitation to a holiday reverie, a Christmas-themed drop from her burgeoning lifestyle empire, as ever, poised to transform the mundane into the magical come, October 28th. Picture it. Meghan, resplendent in a plunging little black dress that hugs her silhouette with the precision of couture-whispered secrets, glides through a grove of sentinel evergreens. The air, one imagines, carries the crisp bite of impending frost, laced with the faint resinous perfume of pine needles underfoot. Her stride is unhurried, a balletic procession amid the verdant whispers, her dark tresses catching the dappled light like strands of polished obsidian. The dress, a masterful confluence of simplicity and seduction, sleeveless, with a neckline that dares to delve, speaks volumes of her unyielding elegance. It is the garb of a modern muse, evoking the sultry nonchalance of a rive gauche evening, yet tempered with the warmth of hearthside introspection. As she moves, the camera lingers on subtle details, the sway of a branch heavy with emerald boughs, the distant twinkle of fairy lights strung like constellations in the canopy above. These are the harbingers of Yuletide splendor, hints of a collection that promises to bottle the essence of winter's embrace, cozy, consumable luxuries that linger like a lover's sigh. As ever, the artisanal haven Meghan Sussex birthed into the world this past spring has always been more than a brand. It is a manifesto of mindful indulgence. Launched amid the blush of cherry blossoms in March 2025, the line debuted with a curated ensemble of home goods that blurred the boundaries between necessity and nectar. Hand-poured soy candles, scented with notes of heirloom roses and sun-warmed linen, ceramic vessels etched with motifs of wild meadows, and bespoke linens that draped tables like the folds of a Renaissance gown. Each piece, sourced from ethical artisans across the globe, from the sun-drenched ateliers of Provence to the mist-shrouded workshops of the Scottish Highlands, embodies Meghan's ethos of elevated everyday. It is luxury democratized, where the opulent meets the organic, inviting women, and the discerning men who adore them, to infuse their sanctuaries with intention. The name itself, as ever, rolls off the tongue like a cherished endearment, a nod to the enduring threads of joy, resilience, and quiet rebellion that weave through Meghan's own narrative. This Christmas drop, teased with such tantalizing restraint, appears to center on a constellation of scented candles, each a portal to holiday hygge reimagined through a Sussex lens. Envision, if you will, flames dancing in vessels of frosted glass, etched with filigreed snowflakes, or the delicate silhouette of a reindeer mid-leap. Scents, one speculates, will evoke the patisseries of a Parisian winter spiced pear mingled with clove, or the buttery hush of vanilla bean roasted over embers, perhaps even a whisper of mulled wine laced with orange zest and cinnamon bark. These are not confections for the mantelpiece alone. They are alchemical elixirs designed to transmute the chill of December evenings into realms of molten comfort. Meghan's vision, ever attuned to the sensory symphony of seasons, suggests pairings with complementary treasures, perhaps velvet ribbon-tied gift sets, or gilded match strikers that gleam like heirlooms unearthed from a grandmother's attic. The evergreens in the teaser are no accident. They symbolize perpetuity, the eternal loop of festivity that as ever seeks to capture, turning ephemeral holidays into lasting legacies. What elevates this reveal beyond the transactional is Meghan's innate choreography of desire. In an era where influencers peddle the ephemeral with frantic fervor, her approach is a masterclass in restraint. A single story, 72 seconds of sublime suggestion, vanishing into the ether like Cinderella's coach at midnight. Yet, its residue clings, the piano melody, a haunting rendition of something Debussy-esque, underscores the romance of revelation. It is music that murmurs, rather than declares, inviting viewers to lean in, to savor the suspense. Meghan herself, framed against the arboreal backdrop, exudes a radiance that is both terrestrial and ethereal. Her smile, a crescent of complicity, hints at secrets shared among confidants. Her gaze, direct yet dreamy, pulls us into the fold. This is the alchemy of authenticity. A duchess who, having navigated the labyrinths of public scrutiny, now crafts her own spotlight with the finesse of a jeweler setting a rare solitaire. Delve deeper into as ever's lineage, and one uncovers a tapestry rich with personal provenance. Meghan's foray into lifestyle curation is no late-blooming whim, but the culmination of a lifetime steeped in the tactile arts of hospitality. From her Toronto days scripting suits amid candlelit script readings, to the Montecito mornings where she forages, Montecito mornings where she experiments with preserves in her sunlit kitchen, Meghan has long been a connoisseur of the domestic divine. The brand's inaugural collection, which sold out within hours of its soft launch at a pop-up in Santa Barbara's Figueroa Street enclave, featured jams infused with heritage fruits, think heirloom quince from heirloom orchards, yielding to the subtle tang of Sussex-grown lemons. Critics, from Vogue's Anna Wintour to the whisper networks of Bel Air hostesses, hailed it as the antidote to ostentation, a line that honoured the handcrafted without the hubris of haute exclusivity. Now, as autumn yields to winter's silken shroud, this festive extension feels like a natural evolution. Candles, those humble harbingers of warmth, align seamlessly with as ever's consumable ethos. Products meant to be savoured, depleted, and, well, reborn through repurchase, fostering a cycle of delight rather than dust-gathering display. Imagine gifting a trio: Noel Nocturne, with its base of smoked birch and frosted juniper; Yuletide Whisper, a ballet of cardamom and white amber; and Everglow, a luminous fusion of gingerbread embers and fresh snowfall. Each would arrive in bespoke packaging: recycled silk paper stamped with wax seals bearing the As Ever crest, a stylized laurel entwined with an eternal flame. The drop's timing, mere weeks before the solstice frenzy, positions it as the discerning alternative to the high street hoards, not just a purchase, but a ritual. Meghan's sartorial choice in the teaser merits its own soliloquy. The LBD, reportedly a custom piece from a rising atelier in London's Soho district, is a testament to her unerring eye for the iconic reimagined. Its fabric, a whisper-weight crepe de chine, drapes with the fluidity of Mercury, the plunge a bold stroke that channels the liberated sensuality of the 90s supermodels she once emulated in her blog, The Tig. Paired with barely there stilettos, perhaps in patent leather, echoing the gleam of icicles, and minimal jewellery, a single diamond drop earring, heirloom from her collection, the ensemble is a study in contrasts. The stark monochrome against the lush green expanse, the exposed vulnerability against the armoured grace of evergreens. It is Meghan at her most magnetic, vulnerable yet invincible, a woman who wears her power not as armour, but as an aura. Beyond the aesthetics lies a broader narrative of reinvention. As Ever arrives on the heels of Meghan's burgeoning media ventures, including an untitled Netflix series slated for early 2026, rumoured to chronicle the art of intentional living through the prism of seasonal rituals. Whispers from production insiders suggest cameos for As Ever products, a candle flickering on a console table during a vignette on winter wellness, or a jam jar glimpsed in a montage of holiday hosting. This seamless synergy, content begetting commerce, commerce fueling narrative, positions Meghan as a vanguard in the creator economy, where boundaries between screen and shelf dissolve like sugar in champagne. It is a model that resonates deeply in 2025's landscape, where consumers crave authenticity amid the algorithmic din, seeking brands that feel like extensions of self rather than impositions. The anticipation swells like a symphony building to crescendo. By October 28th, devotees, from Angeleno tastemakers to London society swans, will convene on aesver.com, the brand's sleek digital salon, for the unveiling. Early access, reserved for newsletter subscribers, a coterie that has ballooned to over 500,000 since launch, promises first dibs on limited edition sets, perhaps bundled with handwritten notes from Meghan herself, penned in her distinctive script. Social spheres buzz with conjecture. Will there be collaborations with fellow visionaries, like a scent layered with notes from Goop's clean beauty arsenal, or extensions into diffusers, evoking the same olfactory poetry for larger spaces? The grove of trees in the teaser, with its undercurrent of festal promise, suggests an environmental ethos too: sustainable sourcing from certified forests, wicks of unbleached cotton, vessels recyclable into garden cloches. In Meghan Sussex, we witness not just a tastemaker, but a tempo setter. Her Instagram story, that ephemeral missive, serves as both herald and homage, a reminder that true luxury lies in the pause, the prelude to pleasure. As the date approaches, one cannot help but mark calendars with the reverence of a sacred feast. October 28th beckons not as a sales event, but as a portal, a chance to claim a sliver of the Sussex magic, to let As Ever's flames flicker against our own winter nights.